Hey everyone, buckle up because the stock market's been a bit of a wild ride lately.
Oh, yeah. It's been making headlines for sure. Billions of dollars, poof, just gone.
Like that. But hey, no need to panic.
Not at all.
That's why we're here, right? We're going to do a deep dive, figure out what's going on.
Exactly. We're going to look at it from a libertarian perspective today.
Oh yeah, things are about to get interesting.
Definitely. Should we jump right in?
Yeah, let's start with the Fed.
All right, so the Federal Reserve, these are the folks who set interest rates.
Yeah, and that might sound kind of dull, but
It's really not.
it's not at all. It's like they're the referees of the financial world, right?
Yeah,
But instead of whistles, they use interest rates to try and control the game.
right. But libertarians, they're not big fans of the ref getting too involved.
Oh, really?
Yeah, they think these interest rate adjustments, they're like meddling
Meddling with what?
with the natural flow of the market, like trying to dam a river.
Oh, okay.
You might divert the water where you think you want it to go.
But you're also going to create some crazy currents, unexpected consequences down the line.
I see. So speaking of downstream consequences, what about Tesla? I mean, they miss their sales targets and bam, stock value takes a hit, like almost 20%.
Oof, yeah, that's going to sting.
Yeah.
And this ties into a point that libertarians often make, the impact of inflation.
Oh, okay.
When you have excessive money printing,
Yeah.
the value of each dollar, it goes down.
Right.
So even if Tesla, they're still building those awesome electric cars, the perceived value of those cars, it takes a hit.
So even if a company is doing well, inflation can still mess things up.
Exactly.
Okay.
And this brings us to another, core libertarian principle, private ownership.
Okay.
Tesla's stockholders, they're the ones who felt the pain of that stock drop.
Makes sense. They own it.
They took the risk.
Yeah.
And in this case, unfortunately, they also took the hit. That's true. Okay, so I got to play devil's advocate for a second, right?
Okay.
What about times when the market goes totally haywire and people's, livelihoods are at stake? Shouldn't someone step in and stabilize things?
Well, and that's a really common critique.
Yeah.
And libertarians have an interesting counter argument, I think.
Okay.
They often argue that the volatility we see in the market, it's a result of past interventions,
Interesting.
not a flaw in the free market itself. It's like taking medicine to cure the side effects of other medicines.
So the cure's making the disease worse.
Kind of, yeah. It creates this vicious cycle.
Wow.
And the solution, from a libertarian perspective, is often less regulation, not more. Let the market do its thing, even if it gets bumpy.
Okay, so let's recap, right? The Fed's actions, they can have these huge ripple effects throughout the market. Inflation can really mess with even the best companies.
Absolutely.
And don't forget about private ownership. You take the risks, but you also reap the rewards.
The risks and the rewards. So the big question I think we're left with is, could less government intervention actually lead to, more stable markets, fairer markets?
It's a fascinating thought. So think about your own investments for a second. How would this libertarian approach affect your decisions? Something to think about, right? Thanks for joining us for another deep dive.
Thanks, everyone.